Welcome to this presentation for the eXp 5000. During this presentation, I'm going to show you the complete assembly of the eXp 5000. As I have here in front of me is the eXp 5000 Gold Edition, and the only difference between the Gold Edition and the Pro Edition is you have more antennas. Using these antennas here, I will show you that everything hooks up one piece at a time and all the same. So, here we have our control unit for the eXp 5000 itself. This is a computer. If you look here underneath on both sides, you will see that there is a ventilation area here. This is so it can keep itself cool. Please do not cover it up. It can overheat. Also, when you're working this unit, if you see bad weather or it's very moist or it's raining, please do not use this unit because water can come in direct contact here. That's a bad thing. Water and this unit do not like each other. So, continuing on, we have our telescoping rod. With the telescoping rod here, in order to extend it, just flip open the tab, push it back down to lock it into place. You can set your desired length for your best comfort level. On the end here, this is the connector. This is our T-piece. These two come together, and then at that point, you can take one of the antennas and hook that up here. That'll hook up onto the antenna itself. So, in order to do this, when the first time you push this together, it's going to take some extra energy. This is fairly firm grip. Also, on the end of this comes the DDV coil. The DDV coil will also hook up to the end here. On the eXp 5000, you will see that there is also a clip here on the bottom. You have two choices here how to use the 5000. You can connect it directly to the connector here. So it could be mounted here, and you'd hold it with your hand. To release, pull the tab up, slide it off, and you can release it. Or, there's a neck strap that you can use, and the neck strap, basically, you can put it around your neck first and snap it together. With this neck strap, you're going to notice that on one side, you're going to have a loop and hatch type of material here. And this material on the neck strap is used to hold the GPS. Connecting the GPS module, as you will see with all of our accessories, on every connector there's a little ridge in here. In this ridge, it'll line up with this ridge that's here. So, what I'm going to do is very carefully line up the 2 points. With the GPS, it has a locking collar here. This collar must line up also. So as you first insert the first half, move the collar a little left and right to ensure that it is all the way seated into the connector. When it locks in, you will hear a little click, and then to unlock. So to attach the GPS, very simply make sure that you're lined up, and with very little force, insert the connector. Give it a quarter turn to lock it into place. Then the GPS itself will hook up to your neck strap here. And then you're ready to work with the GPS. Or, if this is mounted on the telescopic rod, you will then have the GPS mounted here. When you're done, you do exactly the opposite. Remove it. And as we recommend to everyone, we have these very nice cable ties. Please use them. It keeps everything put together so that things will not become damaged. That is your GPS assembly. With the DDV system, before you connect that, you're going to first mount it to the eXp 5000. Then, the same, you will match up the ridge with the ridge, pushing that into place. And that is your DDV system. As you see on the DDV, though, you have another connector. That is for the coil. And we just simply untie the coil here. And the coil will then, at this point, it'll be mounted to the telescopic rod. And then we connect that to here. And as you see, this also has a flat side and a ridge. You're going to line them up. And like all the other connectors, we're going to make this only finger tight. We're not going to use a pair of pliers or a wrench to make sure that it's super tight and it'll never come out. Just finger tight, because after you're done using it, you want to unscrew it and simply pull it back out. The rule for this is, please, finger tight only. Okay. So, again, to release, we're just going to unscrew it, pull this out. For the DDV, push down on the tab, and it unmounts. For the manual joystick, on the front or the face of the eXp 5000, we have our on-off switch, and we have a port here. This is our manual joystick. With the manual joystick, you will plug that in right here to this port, and now it is connected. The reason we use the manual joystick is if we're in a terrain that is very difficult to navigate around, and we're making sure that we have our antenna absolutely straight on the ground so that you can either use the joystick in your hand to activate an impulse and to record it, or if you're with a second person, they can actually do it for you. So, that is the manual joystick. To disconnect it, just pull it out. It's a standard stereo adapter plug. And that's the manual joystick. Again, like anything else, when we're done using it, we're going to put the cable tie back around there and set it off to the side. To transfer data from the eXp 5000, we have our USB cable. And the data transfer is very simple. How that works is we do a little bit of part of our cable here, and you're going to plug it into the port here that says computer. You have one over here that says video. This is where your video eyeglasses connect to. But over here, we're going to connect to the port that says computer. Now, with the USB, one thing, a note to remember is, if it doesn't go in on one side, don't force it. Simply turn it over and try the other side. And I say this because we've had people who look at it and say, oh, there's the little USB symbol, and they try to force it in. And they've broken the USB ports. So, it's a standard USB port. Put it the right way, and it'll connect very easily. The other end, of course, plugs into the computer. To release, just pull out. And here, we have our battery port. The battery, we have our new battery now, the Power Pack. It's a fantastic lithium polymer battery. You're going to get about 3 to 4 hours of use out of it, depending on the state of the battery, the charge of the battery at the beginning of its use. Wonderful, it's lightweight, it's ergonomic. It's made to fit into your pocket. You can put it into your front pocket, you can put it into your back pocket. It's made to fit. Cable here is long enough, and it stretches. To connect the battery, again, with all of the connectors here, it has a little ridge. Line up the ridge, push it in, and screw it down. Okay, again, we're only making it finger tight, so you can unscrew it easily. You just want it so it's not going to fall out. When you're done, unscrew it. With the eXp 5000, it is very important to remember to use the exit function of the machine itself. I'm going to mention that several more times throughout these videos. But with the battery, in order to turn on the battery, you'll see there's a button here. I push the button, the battery comes on, I have a green light. If I accidentally have this in my pocket and I touch the button, you're going to hear a warning. Move the battery when you hear it, and it will not shut off. Sounds like this. If you take your hand away, the battery will stay on. If you want to shut the battery off, push and hold for 3 seconds, When it stops beeping, the light will go out. Please use the exit function to shut down the machine. Okay? When charging these batteries, it is very important that you charge the batteries with it off. Once this is off, then you can attach the charger to the bottom of the battery, and this simply just slides right in. When it is charging, this light will turn red. When it is fully charged, it will turn green. Once it's fully charged, disconnect the charger, and then this light will be off. With the charger, we also ship with an international travel adapter. As you see here, we have the European plug, but if you are in a country or land without that, for example, if you're in Australia, we're going to take the top plug here, and you're going to, with your fingers, you can change the directions, and now this will plug into Australia. For the United States and Canada, and I believe Mexico, here. If you are in the United Kingdom, then on the flip side of the coin, we have our unlock lock. We will eject this type of plug. So that works in those countries. To connect this, this will plug right here, and then this goes into the wall. When you are done with it, move this to the unlock side, push the tabs back in, and your travel adapter is again ready to go into its suitcase. The video glasses. With your video glasses, they are going to plug into your video slots here. You're going to take your video glasses, and you're going to remove them from the protective case. And as you see here, we have one cable here, which goes into a controller. And then these, you'll have two plugs here, one with a VGA port and one with a USB port. The VGA will plug into the VGA slot, okay, and the USB into the USB slot. Again, if it does not go into there easily, turn it over. Make sure you're getting it in the right direction. It'll only go in one way. Both will. If you have them upside down, you cannot put it in. So by putting them in correctly, that's the way that's going to look on the back for the video eyeglasses. Now, on the video eyeglasses, you want to be comfortable with them, and it's very important to be comfortable with them. That way, it makes your work in the field a lot easier. Let me just quickly here. Right here on the nose piece, there's a little adjuster on the nose piece here. By pulling it out or pushing it in, you can adjust the height. Now, I wear glasses, so with me wearing glasses, I can put them on and I can adjust the nose piece either up or down. My field of vision is from about here down and off to the side, because the monitors will focus right into my lenses. As you see, you have two monitors here. And I adjust this so that I have optimum view. Put this here. Now I can still see in front of me, I can still see around, and I can see all the way up to this point. So I have a very small area which I cannot see. But when I work with the equipment, I can see completely around everything that is in front of me, so I can safely move and navigate. And inside here in these video glasses is about the equivalent of a 40-inch screen, so to say. But again, be comfortable with the glasses. Over here you have two headsets, one for the left, one for the right. You may disconnect them. As a single headset, they plug right here. And I just wrap this around a couple times around the earpiece. I don't actually put them in my ears because of the fact that when I turn up the volume, I can hear it just fine anyway. If you like to put them in your ears, you can. And this is the video eyeglasses. All of your equipment, keep it clean, keep it dry, and please, store it in its original case. You have these wonderful Peli cases. Store it there, make sure it's dry. With your battery, you want to make sure your battery is charged at least once every 3 months when you're not using it. This concludes the assembly of the eXp 5000. If you have any questions,